Hi, KMS. Mrs. Hines here to give you specific directions for Tuesday's class. So the goal for this whole week, hopefully you watched the video. So if you open up the directions on Google Classroom, this is a link for a video that will explain how we're going to make our latest and greatest page on our tech portfolio. And we're going to make a page called Remote Learning Tips. For Tuesday's class, you're going to define what remote learning is, and you're going to give me a list of basics for Chromebook maintenance. Your Chromebook is one of the most valuable learning tools that you have. There is not an unlimited supply of Chromebooks, so you need to take care of the one that you have. If it's broken, you might not have the one tool that you need to connect with your teachers, classmates, and your own digital resources. So it's really important that you take care of these things. So what you're going to do is you're going to open a new tab, and you're going to open up by clicking on those 9 dots, your Google Drive. Remember, your Google Drive is an area that you can store files, save things, share things out. So in your Google Drive, I'm going to go to where I store my portfolio. It looks like this, but I have mine organized, my drive. So I have a Tech 6 folder. When I go into my Tech 6 folder, I have a Google Site folder. You might not be as OCD, but you're going to want to open up your portfolio. So I'm going to use this one as an example. We've made other pages. So on the side here where it says pages, you're going to click on this plus button and add a new page. You're going to call it remote learning and press done. When you do this, it may have an image already associated with it from perhaps another page. You're going to want to change that image. So right here, if you click the triangle, and you're going to select an image. Okay. I had stuff that was saved to my Google Drive that I wanted to use, so that's how I found an image. So I'm going to go back. I wonder if you search for like remote learning, you might find something that doesn't relate, right? So if you did, it also helps if you spell things properly. So I'm just going to type remote learning. Look at that. Now I have things. So you might want to add something from the web. Just make sure that it's school appropriate and it actually has to do with remote learning. If you're having trouble finding something, just let me know and I can give you a photo. So I'm just going to change my image to one that I have in my Google Drive. I can even go under recents to make my life easy, and maybe I'll make it like that. Just see if I can actually read it. Okay, so it has my Chromebook, my headphones, and my mouse. Really, what else do you need to be successful, right? So what is remote learning? So I'm going to double click in the space below here, and I'm going to add a text box. And I'm going to type remote learning. Now, on my example, let me just scroll up here so you can see like the end goal. Remote learning tips and tips from Mrs. Hines. And then I have another text box. You guys can be lazy. If you want to learn how to highlight and then come over here to these 3 dots, you could copy this. I'm not here to make your life difficult, so you can copy the definition. That's what I did. Found it off the Webster's Dictionary. Go back here, and I'm going to double click and add another text box. And I'm just going to paste it. So up here again with those 3 dots, as long as you tell your computer where you want to paste it, you can click paste and it will show up there. So maybe I'll change this, say tips from, and then you put your name in here. So I'm going to put Mrs. Hines, but you don't put Mrs. Hines. Now, this is normal text. How does it look different? I highlighted partial and I made it bigger and bold. So you can see that this is size 14 and it's bold. Versus this text is a different style font and it's only 11. That's fine. If you would like to add a text that is a heading, that's kind of cool and it will help you later on. so that you can do that. So, remote learning tips. What is remote learning? Now, we said the most important thing about remote learning, one of the most important tools, is your Chromebook. So we're going to add another text box, and we're going to call it Chromebook maintenance. Okay, and I'm going to add that as a heading as well. So I'm just going to highlight the text and click on heading. And then I'm going to make a list of things that I consider to be important when using my Chromebook. What if I don't know? Again, check my site, check the directions, right? So we just did this where we made our page. We did this where we added a text box, and now we're on the final directions for Tuesday. And you can actually click on this link here. We're not here to make your life difficult. Remember, everyone at Lansingburg's here to help you. So the IT department, instructional technology, those folks made a little Chromebook care chart. Did you know that you should have your Chromebook charging at night? You should turn and power down your Chromebook each day so then it gets the updates. If you're ever moving your Chromebook, carry it with two hands and not by the screen. So you should shut it and carry it. Please keep food and drink away from your Chromebook. Don't place anything between the screen and the Chromebook and then try to shut it. It's going to break it. Be a good digital citizen. Use your powers for good. We can make a whole course about that. We actually did. Don't share your passwords. Okay, we want to make sure that you're keeping your digital documents safe. Store your Chromebook on a table or a shelf, not on the floor so someone can step on it. And make sure that you're using clean, dry hands. Again, your Chromebook is a tool that you need to treat with respect. Okay, so this will show you how to do that. I'm going to be lazy, and I already typed these out earlier, so I'm just going to copy and paste them off my site. You're hopefully going to type your own versions of events, so I'm just going to copy this and go to my site here, add a text box, ta-da. Okay, so when you're adding lists, I use this number list item here. This format toolbar would help you add links, change your font styles, all that good stuff. But you might also want to just straight up take this text and scooch it over. Okay. If you want to add images, I suggest saving them to your drive first or just plain copying and pasting them, and you can add things onto the side. It's going to take you a little while to format things properly, but on Tuesday's class, I would like you to just set up the page, meaning create the page, create a text box for what remote learning is, and create a text box with a numbered list for how to best take care of your most important digital tool, which is your Chromebook. All right, KMS, tomorrow we'll add on to this page with successful tips for at-home learning and the struggles. Okay, we're not going to act like it's all rainbows and sunshine. I know a lot of you are putting in way more effort. So we just want to, celebrate those things. So hopefully by the end of Tuesday's class, we have our page starting up and we have through the Chromebook tips. All right, KMS, make sure that you're logging into Google Classroom. That's where you can find the directions. You're going to go through slides 1 through 4 for Tuesday. Please join the Google Meet if you have any questions. Thanks.